South Africa has problems.
Alcohol, a place beset by drug and alcohol abuse. Nyaobe, dacha, and heroin are drugs of choice.
The recent floods have affected 59 schools, over 28 schools in a dire state.
The unemployment rate remains high in an economy weighed down by structural constraints, including the electricity supply constraints.
25,000 women in South Africa have been victims of femicide since River Steenkamp was killed in 2013.
Now, the high rate of hunger and poverty is driving a spike in shoplifting in South Africa.
The murders of 5 homeless men in Pretoria is bringing into sharp focus the dangers of living on the streets.
Johannesburg, at the first sign of daylight, it reveals the ugly face of poverty.
Then among these problems, how do we decipher which should take priority? Should we fix our crime, corruption, poverty, our schooling, high unemployment, domestic disputes, or perhaps our vices and addictions? Which should take center stage? We face countless problems, and the problems are real.
People are losing their lives. People are losing jobs. Kids are barely performing at school.
Quite a lot of people have lost their job. A neighbor of mine, COVID hit, the job was lost. They were around 42. COVID was there since 2019. Now come this energy crisis. Do you think this person is going to be ever getting a work? This is one, but many or millions of other people around the country.
We can't fix all of them at the same time. So this coming Sona, let's solve at least one crisis, the energy crisis. For some, load shedding is not just a few hours of no TV, no Wi-Fi, spending more money on takeouts. For some, or let me say for the majority, it's a lost job.
Things are just getting worse and worse. Local businesses are losing business. It's just a dear situation. It's unbearable.
Most businesses are closing down, especially your sole proprietors, people that are working for themselves.
Some of the people say that they won't vote because most of them lost their jobs. KFC and Pick n Pay, they retrenched a lot of people because of this electricity crisis.
A lost opportunity.
We lose clients. They're like, you guys are not reliable. If we lose clients, we don't make money. If you don't make money, people on at home, they suffer. So yeah.
Especially students that are studying online. So how the power cuts, network gets affected. And then it means delays, you also submit the assignment.
And also like the people next to me, some of them are trying to make some men's meet by trying to have like a computer shop or like a Wi-Fi spot for learners. But then if there is load shedding, computers are off. How are we gonna move there, So it becomes a challenge.
And sometimes even a lost life.
I know at the beginning when load shedding started, a lot of people lost their lives around Soweto in general. It was very sad. We we burnt streets, there was a lot of chaos.
It can even be an entryway for additional problems.
Highly load shedding, the criminals target the houses because and then there's the house breaking, and then it leaves the SAPS with more work. Now sometimes they find themselves the cases they unresolved, to understand.
The more well off you are, the more alternatives you have. When you're not well off, what do you do? What choices do you actually have? Well, here at Energy Comms, we want to tell the stories of the 30.3 million people who currently don't have those choices. And that maybe after one day, after fixing this one problem, we can get to all of them, mobilized as one country.
As a country, as communities, let's stop being ignorant. Being a unity. And I believe it's high time, but they stand. I still believe in the youth, and I believe the potential they can come the innovation.
There was a competition, so they were like, we're looking for women innovators. And then I was like, women innovators, okay. I'm from a rural area in Limpopo. We have 80% of girls, and I've done my research around cow dung. How about I come up with the methane, create a gas that is gonna help like save communities and make some gas out of that. Before this load shedding Shandis could even get like worse and worse. Okay, this biogas is gonna benefit the community more. And also I'm gonna be creating social cohesion. So we did that, and then the competition like suddenly oh, when I do get funding and they're trying to get me out of South Africa to go and practice this initiative somewhere, I'm just going to say no, because these resources are right in my community. I've initiated this for the community and it must benefit the community.
So I have not lost hope. There's a light somewhere, but I don't know when it was happening, but I'm still hopeful.
Today, you have heard what some of the local communities have been facing for many years. You start to easily understand why they have such little trust in those who govern us.
Where have they done enough so far? It's not even evident. They're not doing enough. You can hear from their presentation when they come and talk to the people. They absolutely don't know what they're talking about. So they don't care. I don't think they care much. They've got enough resources to buy the solar. They've got enough resources to buy any other renewables that are available out there. And most of them are staying in elite areas where they don't experience load shedding like us commoners. So they're not bothered.
They feel as though the government is just relaxing, you know. From my community, we have people that are constantly cutting down trees. They are burning shoes, some, plastic to just make fire, to make the ends meet. It is just unbearable and just not comfortable to watch.
From the engagement that we had with a number of people in our community, they don't believe that government is doing it. That's the general feeling that government is not doing anything. Even though we try to highlight some of the things that we see happening, they still feel that it's not enough. They want something that is tangible, that they can see that actually government is doing something.
We can only wait and see how the president will address the nation on the 8th of February. However, will the local communities have faith in this address?
Now, it's 5 years Ramaphosa being the president of South Africa, but nothing is happening. He's used to say, I'll fight against corruption, I'll reduce the rate of unemployment, but it's not happening. It's only empty promises. You see, the graduates are unemployed, the doctors are unemployed, the teachers are unemployed, so only empty promises.
Before he could say anything, I would like him to actually visit the ground roots, because whatever that is going to say up there is going to affect us on the ground. So can we have representatives from the ground? Can you practice inclusivity? Yes.
Like this thing, load shedding, until when? So we want to know, is it going to take 5 years, or should we have patience for the next 3 years? So that's what I want to know.
If we don't do anything soon, as in yesteryears, we are all going to perish. So whatever that we have accumulated, it would be for nothing. So if you want to preserve that, make sure that you do right with this, so as you are able to enjoy and preserve.